During a Reddit Ask Me Anything, the co-creator and man behind the art design of the beloved Meat Boy character said he will never return to the series. Released way back in 2010 to almost universal acclaim, Super Meat Boy was a poster child for the indie gaming scene, with developer Team Meat made up of Tommy Raffines and Edmund McMillan even being a part of Indie Game The Movie, a feature film that showcased the best and brightest indie talent at the time. But good things don't always last, and despite plans for future games, the two parted ways, seemingly amicably, to make their own separate games. Tommy Raffines went on to eventually make Super Meat Boy Forever, released in late 2020, while McMillan had huge success with The Binding of Isaac, and also released a game pretty similar to Super Meat Boy in The End Is Nigh. On the eve of the release of The Binding of Isaac, Repentance, a sort of final version of that game including all the content previously released and a load of new stuff, McMillan took to Reddit for the AMA where he revealed a few interesting nuggets. As you can imagine, fans of Meat Boy wanted to know if he'd played the new game or if he'd ever return to it, and well, he hasn't and he won't be. McMillan said, "I haven't played that game yet and I'm not sure I ever will," which is pretty definitive by itself, but he also said, "It feels weird to have other people's hands in something that was so personal to doing whatever they want to do with it, but I'll live. I won't ever be returning to the IP." So yeah, that completely quells any thoughts of a reunion or a new Meat Boy game featuring McMillan, but fans of his work do still have reason to be hopeful for other things. Originally announced when he was still part of Team Meat, a game called Mugenics showed lots of early promise, but was shelved while other projects were worked on, but it seems that game is finally going to kick back into gear. New game-wise, next week I'm jumping back into Mugenics development with Tyler. That should be my only digital project for the next few years, said McMillan, before mentioning that there will be a Binding of Isaac Kickstarter for physical merch in June. And the Tyler he mentions is the same Tyler he worked on with The End Is Nigh, so at least we know to expect some tight controls for Mugenics. For more on this and all things in the world of gaming, head to nme.com.